Welcome to VidyaCast, a podcast brought to you by Vidya Technology. My name is Andre. I am your host today. This podcast has the purpose of providing meaningful insights into the fascinating world of technology and its impact across multiple industries. Today, we're excited to explore the intersection of digital transformation and the ever evolving landscape of money. And joining us today is Jason, a renowned expert in digital transformation initiatives with over 10 years of experience in digital transformation in the mining industry. Hi, Jason. Could you please tell us a little bit about yourself and your experience regarding digital transformation?
Yes, good afternoon, Andre, and thank you for having me here today. So many of you will hear the buzzwords today of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and neural networks. So when I began 20 years ago, this area of work was simply known as modeling. So the intention is to create a mathematical model which accurately represents a real-world process or physical asset. We then correlate the model with historical data with the theory that if we can accurately predict past events, future events can also be predicted. So if the model is not correlated with the past, it has no more probability to predict the future than you or I. My first work in this field was in the creation of 3D production models of reservoirs underground, oil and gas, located 1 kilometers below the surface.
Okay. Jason, so digital transformation is something that is rising right now. So we can see a lot of technologies arising. And I have some data here, and this data says that just in Canada alone, corrosion wear costs the mine industry a staggering 15 billion Canadian dollars annually in maintenance, repair, and also operations. I do believe that this just scratches the surface of the many challenges plaguing these sectors. But what if there was a way to revolutionize mining, optimize its processes, and create a safer and more sustainable future? I do believe that this is where digital transformation comes in. We also know that safety is a major concern in these industries. So I would like to know your perceptions about beyond safety. What are other major challenges that these industries faces right now?
No, very good, Andre. Over the past decades, the mining industry has had to face challenging scenario for its operations, improving productivity to overcome natural factors such as decreasing ore grades, deeper deposits, and harder rock mass, combined with an increasing environmental and social awareness, has boosted the industry to constantly work to enhance their processes along the whole value chain. In this, innovation plays a crucial role by providing suitable solutions to surpass these difficulties, ensuring the continuity and sustainability of the mining activity.
Okay.
Yes,
So, given these challenges, the promise of digital transformation seems alluring. Can you give us a glimpse of how new technologies could address these pain points and transform the mining industry?
yes, uh, yes. So nowadays, many relevant methods of the industry claimed that mining is going through the first stages of a deep changeover from the hand of digital transformation. It is said that the process could change how mining is done, passing from human run operations to autonomous or semi autonomous remote controlled mines. Independent, if fully automated operations are achieved in the near future or not, the digital transformation is already impacting the industry and will continue to do so.
Okay. So you began this interviews quoting the AI buzzword. And where do you see the future of AI and also digital twins in mining industry? What are the exciting possibilities that lies on the horizon, and how could companies prepare for these advancements?
So, on this topic of emergent technologies and artificial intelligence, so analytics, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. So, due to the digitization of processes advances in Internet of Things, and real-time data capture. Mining operations have enormous amounts of data available regarding production, processes, and performance of machines, among others. Although advanced analytics methods, it is possible to transform this formation, allowing in its use for better planning of activities and to support fast and effective decision-making processes for the operation. Predictive models can also be developed to enhance maintenance of equipment, therefore improving productivity. Now, artificial intelligence and machine learning methods are also being applied for mineral prospecting. It is expected that these methods will optimize the prospection and exploration activities, reducing costs and improving their accuracy. Now, digital twinning. The concept of digital twinning refers to the construction of a digital model of the physical operations. Now, this is possible using the geological and engineering information of the site, but more importantly, thanks to the real-time data generated from the sensors connected across the operation. With the digital twin of the mine, it is possible to perform simulations and predict potential failures or downturns in equipment performance. Thus, the digital twin constitutes a useful tool to improve operational planning and reduce operational costs by avoiding unexpected interruptions in production processes and optimizing the maintenance of equipment.
So, while technology is undoubtedly a driving force, what about the human factor? How crucial is it to consider people in this digital transformation journey?
The digital transformation journey is it needs to be looked at more of a, let's see, a new tool for the people to use. The people, the operators, the engineers, the plant managers. It's more of a tool to use as opposed to replacing the people in the process. Now, this is important because as advanced as we may believe, or that we hear about in the news of the advancements in artificial intelligence, it's still vastly inferior to what a human being can achieve and during their workday. Now, during a workday, a person will process and make decisions, multiple decisions with multiple scenarios throughout the day. Currently, the way artificial intelligence is being implemented, especially in the industries, is you develop an artificial intelligence algorithm for a particular situation. Yes. So one decision making scenario. To actually replicate the amount of decisions that a person makes during the day, is particularly in an industrial facility, is we're still not at that level, and it's going to be some time before we can have an artificial intelligence developed to the level of decision making, autonomous decision making, which a person does on day by day basis. So to replicate or automate with artificial intelligence some of the fairly straightforward decision making processes, especially using historical data. This is being done currently, and it's beneficial. But to replace what a person can do in their decision making capacity is still a long way off.
Okay. So, moving beyond skills, is there a shift in mindset required for this transformation to happen? Because many of these new technologies are rising right now. So, do you think industries they would need to develop digital maturity, or what does it mean to build a data-driven culture in a traditionally hands-on industry like mining?
Well, actually, you have many challenges for the development and the implementation of digital transformation. Yes. So to speak on those, let's see, challenges. The digital effectiveness has been identified as the second most relevant risk for the mining industry. It highlights the importance of advancing in digitalization as a necessity for companies to remain competitive. The main risk lies then on the fact that digital transformation is often perceived as a task exclusive of the information technology. Nonetheless, to achieve a truly effective and value creative transformation, it must be carried out as a joint task across the organization with a shared view of the business goals and a strong commitment from the top management. Otherwise, digital transformation initiatives will remain an isolated IT project with no significant benefits considering the investment involved.
Okay, Jason, given these challenges, the promise of digital transformation seems alluring. Uh, can you give us a glimpse of how new technologies could address these pain points and transform the mining industry?
So automation, robotics, and remote operation. So these are technologies that might hold the highest level of implementation among the tools offered by digital transformation. The first and more clear benefit of the automation of processes, use of robots in critical activities, and remote operation centers in the improving of safety by reducing the number of operators required in hazardous sites. Now, remote operating centers can also significantly reduce OPEX and CAPEX of mining operations, since less workforce is needed at the mine site, fewer and no supporting infrastructure is required, such as housing installations, hospitals, or schools. Also, other expenses are reduced, such as transportation of operators. The impact on costs is larger as the location of the mine is more remote, distant, and isolated. So again, this area of and the implementation of remote operating centers is probably one of the largest uses, which involves many aspects of the digital transformation. And the benefits are seen by the mine operators, and it's something which is really gaining traction. So now, really, the benefits are exist in many different areas, from operations to the health and safety of the workers to uh, emergency procedures even at the mine. But now you're seeing again with the electrification of the operating equipment along with remote operating centers. Again, it's something that's would have been science fiction many years ago, which is now actually reality. You have the operators coming to a central office. They sit in their control chair, and they'll be lined up in a room with all their monitors, and they're actually operating the mine equipment, which is 200, 300 kilometers away. But that's something which is a reality, and that the mining industry is already embraced today.
Okay. And what is your opinion about the future? What does the future hold for a digitally transformed mining industry? What are your hopes and maybe aspirations for this sector? Okay.
Actually, when we talk about this area, it's not really about my hopes, but actually what I think the majority of the public does not actually realize the amounts of technology which is already being implemented, particularly in the mining industry around the world. So just to talk on that topic, so mining beyond digital transformation. So in parallel with the technological wave brought by the digital transformation, a series of other trends have been gaining relevance in the mining industry over recent years. So driven by safety and environmental concerns, cost reduction, enhancement of efficiency and productivity in the operation, or a mix of these motives. There are trends are complementary to the technologies of Industry 4.0 and offer an idea of the future paths that mining might follow. So one is electromobility. Electromobility is the development and use of electro-powered vehicles in a technological trend across industries, from personal used cars and public transportation vehicles to heavy machinery. Electromobility offers an economical and more environmentally friendly alternative to the use of fossil fuels. So it's this electromobility aspect which is probably one of the largest aspects in this area. It's the electrification of the industrial processes.
Okay. And while the future seems bright, are there any specific challenges that we should be aware of this digital journey? Challenges regarding digital implementation? Okay.
Yes. So on that point, I'm going to talk about three main areas. One is data interoperability between systems. Another is cybersecurity threats, and the other one is client data security. So To begin with, data interoperability. Now, this is a common theme which many companies across the world who have embraced digital transformation and have been on the journey for already many, many years. Many people involved with the process, they will understand that currently with many of the major software providers, industrial software providers, the problem exists of data silos. Now, it's um, it's a result of the way the software development was done by many of the large software companies. The data which is produced by the different software systems that a company uses is um, is proprietary. Yes, so it's designed and it's meant to be used within a particular software platform, but it is specifically designed not to be shared beyond its existing platform. Now, this is to the benefit of the software provider, where they would prefer the client to purchase additional modules for different applications which the client is looking to achieve. However, to simply have the data from one software platform to use that with another platform, the interoperability still is at a level with a reduced level, which is still one of the main hurdles which needs to be overcome. Now, to overcome this hurdle, what it's going to take is going to be government legislation which mandates the standardization of data formats. And once this is done, governments across the world, and this has already been a talking point for several years, and it once the standardization of data formats becomes a reality, then you have the interoperability and interuse between software platforms. That's when digital transformation is really going to take off, because you no longer have these problems with data interoperability. Now, the other area here is cybersecurity threats. Now, the idea of creating more and more data, the more data we create, the more accessible it is. And then the idea that having all our data in the cloud accessible to everyone, well, you also have a negative impact in the area of, let's see, the security of that data and the cybersecurity. Yes. So you're now making, there's the option or the opportunity, a new opportunity for cybersecurity and the damaging effects that can be done with the client's data. Yes. So also, we talk about artificial intelligence and the advances in it, but we're not the only ones using artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, cybersecurity is also using artificial intelligence to develop new threats which can attack and corrupt and capture clients' data. Now, so that's another area that's going to have a lot of focus. Actually, what we have now with in the cybersecurity sphere is one side is using artificial intelligence to develop new threats, and the other side is using artificial intelligence to defeat those new threats. So you already have a situation where artificial intelligence is used to fight artificial intelligence on the other side. So that's what's coming in the future and already exists. Now, the other area is data client security. Again, with the increased amount of data which is being generated with multiple systems, you also have then the security of this client data. So it becomes more difficult to actually achieve with the greater amount of data which is being produced. And again, it all comes down to the data cybersecurity and the different methods used to protect that client data.
Okay. So you presented us with some of the challenges ahead this journey, and those are very important challenges. Cybersecurity, I do believe, in my opinion, that this is one of the most concerns that our industries have for the future of protecting their digital infrastructure. So, what gives you confidence that the industry can embrace this technology responsibly and also create a sustainable future for itself and all and our planet? Because for today, we have a lot of pressure on climate change, and we have a lot of pressure on resources scarcity. So those are things that surrounding our industries, and what is your impression about uh, the way these industries could tackle these challenges with digital transformation and a better digital infrastructure?
So, because of all those reasons, which you've just mentioned, the mining industry has always had a history of change. Yes. So, the mining industry has always needed to change to meet existing regulations or environmental concerns. And for that reason, I would say the mining industry is the most capable of changing compared to many other industries which exist today. So, the mining industry has always been forced to change to accept new challenges and conditions. It is their culture of change which will see the industry embrace new technologies for the better.
So, Jason, since we had asked all of our questions, is there like anything else that you would like to comment about these topics, digital transformation, safety, and operating equipment?
Actually, let's see, my interest right now is on the use of artificial intelligence. And I talked a little bit about it earlier, but artificial intelligence and the way we're training artificial intelligence. Yes. So there's monitored training of artificial intelligence and unmonitored, where we simply provide an end task and leave it up to the algorithm to solve that problem in itself. But the more freedom that we allow to artificial intelligence is also, I fear, going to cause us some problems in the future because we're the person or the programmer or the people developing the artificial intelligence no longer have complete control, and they're no longer, let's see, fully aware of the algorithm which exists within that artificial intelligence to achieve its means. And once it begins along this path, it simply accelerates and develops at a much faster rate. And but it's going to be something interesting in the future. Again, artificial intelligence is not going to replace a person in with their decision-making capabilities, but it is going to have some serious effects on other areas of life in general uh, on this planet.
Okay, Jason. Well, thank you for this interview. Thank you for being here with us today. This is the end of our podcast. Thanks for tuning in, and a special thanks to Jason for sharing his valuable expertise and vision within the scope of mining operations, digital transformation, and new technologies. So you could follow us on LinkedIn and subscribe to our newsletter to be aware of the upcoming episodes. So thank you. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you, Andre, for having me.
Thank you.